Hi guys, you will never close a trade before the take profit after watching this. I've noticed that many traders, including many people who term themselves as mentors, they are not real traders because usually they don't have take profit but don't hold their trades. And then they come online and you are crying and are saying, oh, I could have made more, I could have done this. And there's another set of people that in their strategy, they try to make it look like they get all of the moves, something like that. So enjoying their take profit or risk to reward. Here's how they do it, and I'll show examples where they draw it from the beginning to like the end of the move. As a real trader, I don't think that is true. So I've been thinking about my journey. As you can see, I'm not in my studio. I'm currently in New York. And it's been giving me time to just think and look at life. And I'm grateful for my journey, Forex journey. As someone who was born in Nigeria, and for me to be here today, it shows the consistency, hard work, and many other things. But so I don't deviate much from what we're to discuss about. So I was just thinking about how to help you as a trader to always wait for a trade or to always wait for TP, what we call take profit. And I think it's needed for your trading because I don't see a way to profitability if you always close trades before you hit take profit or before it hits your stop loss. So you must be very, very strong-hearted to wait for your trades to hit stop loss or to hit take profit. So I have some points. Usually in my studio, I have all my gadgets. So what I'll be reading from my tab today to show you that this is just me thinking, and I noticed some things down in my journey. If you believe in me, then I think this will be helpful for you. So the first point is that whenever you put a trade in, stop staring at the chart. Yes, I know if you've seen some of the live videos, which you would see it on my channel here, you'll have seen that yes, we allow the chart to do its thing, but we don't look at the chart, because when you look at the chart, every move becomes, it could either not go in my favor or it could go in my favor, and it becomes so drastic. So with over 5 years of experience, I've noticed that sometimes you either want to say, oh, let me move it to break even. I don't believe in it, but I did it last year December. That was the last time I was going to do it, and I promised those I trade with, I felt it was going to productive, but with the data I have, it's actually counterproductive. So the first thing is, don't stare at the chart. Yes, I know we love the charts. I love the charts too. I've been on the charts practically every day in the last 5 years, so I love the charts. But once you put in a trade, try to look for something. If you're married, speak to your wife or do something, or get a job, get a new skill. If you're not married, I'm more of a moral person. Probably try to start a relationship. Just do something that will take your mind off the charts. Doing that alone, you've cut down about 80 to 90% of the problems when you put in a trade. Because ask yourself this question: when you put in a trade, you were ready to lose some amount, and that's why you had a stop loss. You were ready to gain some amount, that's why you had take profit. So don't let people say, oh, cut your losses short, take your wins early. That ideology will mess with your data, and profitability will be far from you. So the next one I have here is, if you don't trust your analysis, why trade? So when you go in a trade, I go in a trade because I believe it will go this direction. We have two directions. It's either you're selling or you're buying. This is not like gender where you have a third gender. I'm joking. But it's either you're selling or you're buying. So if you trust that you want to buy and leave it off, or leave the chart. I know there was a trade I took in February. Again, it's online, so I'm not lying, how it's online. And after the trade, one of my friends called me and said, oh, there was a fair value gap on the daily time frame and stuff like that. And so I smiled. I said, oh, but the analysis I had as at when I took the trade was to buy, and I had my losses. So that's it. Very simple. It can be really simple if you know what to do. So the third point I have here is, many times why you don't hold your trade to take profit is because you are risking too much. Now, someone will say, oh, looking at your strategy, I think you are, that's I myself, I'm not supposed to say that. Because people accuse me, oh, you risk a lot, your lot size is high, and stuff like that. And I tell them, my lot size is really nothing to me. I don't even know what lot size is. I don't care. It's the amount I plan to risk that I really care about. So my lot size is the function of my stop loss. So, and that's why I don't give, I'm not worried. Like this 2% on my profit account, I try to risk around 5 to 10% on my normal account. So it's something I know. Like I have data. I know I rarely take 10 losses in a row. So if I risk 10% and I take 10 losses in a row, then I know I've blown the account. Or if I risk 2% and I take 5 losses in a row, that's for profit account, then I've blown the account. So things like that, I know what I'm doing. I have data. I can presume, my line of action. So you must learn to know what you're risking. Now look at someone who doesn't know, or maybe the person just puts in, let's say you have a $1,000 account and you risk $500. There's no way you allow it to take profit, except you have data that you would never have 2 losses in a row, because if you have 2 losses in a row, then your account is gone. So if you have such data that you will never have 2 losses in a row on your strategy, then you can risk $500. If you even have data that you never take losses, then you can risk your $1,000 completely. That's it. I don't believe you'll never take losses, but that's the idea. So you work from data. I'm not going to lose this, or I'm going to lose this, and I can allow myself lose this constantly. That's how you will be able to not just wait for your take profit, but you will have, consistency in your trading. So the fourth one is, when you have trades, try to look back at your trades and see both winning and losing trades. Look at it and say, oh, in this trade, for instance, were my rules met? Or, sorry, how did I say that? Or did I meet my rules? Or the trading conditions, did they actually make sense? So that's where I always come from. So I look at, if I made a loss, let's say on $100,000 account, I risk 2% usually. So I'll check, okay, how much did I lose? If you've not seen my last video, the video in March, that's the recap video, you'll see I lost about 1,800 on one trade. Commission spread and all of that, probably that's about $2,000, which is what I plan to lose. So if I notice on that trade I lost 2005, that means probably my lot size calculator, there's something I did wrongly. So that's how you go back and say, okay, something is not right. Maybe there's just maybe a pipette more or a pipette less, so that I'll that I'll lose the right amount or win the right amount. So when I won $10,000, and that's quite some amount of money. So that's how to look back at your trades, look back at things you can work on. Then when we get to the discussion on strategy, we would also see how to refine your strategy just to pick some things you can work on to make it better. So the last one is always use alerts. I used it a lot, especially when I was about to, or on my road to profitability. I used alerts a lot. Alerts would be a way to just make it like an AI in that sense. So you put alerts for your entries. Maybe I use buy stops or sell stops. You can use limit, sell limit, or buy limit. I don't believe you should enter a trade, though sometimes I need to, personally I do, but if you want to enter a trade, you should ensure that your price is maybe 2 or 3 pipettes away from the entry, something like that, so you can at least factor in maybe network moves and stuff like that. But I prefer to use stops, or you can maybe by your strategy can use sell limits or buy limits. I use buy stops and sell stops. So one more, you must come to terms with the fact that losses will always come. Whether you close early, it won't save you. The only thing that will happen with time is if you like to close trades early, when you're going to make wins, you will actually become less profitable. So certain things I just I noted down, looking at my journey and say, okay, this is why I think I'm becoming profitable. It's not like I'm doing anything. It's not like I'm superpower or whatever. It's just that now I understand the things I should do, the things I should not do. I've been in the market for over 5 years now, so I know what to do, what not to do. I know how to approach the market. And this is more of a time for me to reflect on my journey. My birthday was a few days ago, and just looking at life, things around, being in the United States also, even my journey as a student currently, it's just been a time for me to reflect and feel this point should help you to become profitable in your journey. Again, this channel is dedicated to real life trading. This is not where we'll try to show you lifestyle. Though I might do a lifestyle video, just a day in the life later in the year, things I do. Probably I'll travel to another location and stuff like that. But I want you to see it from the place of real life trading, where I do other things. I into photography. I'm still a student. And many other things that I do. So you don't have to restrict yourself to just trading as a lifestyle. You do other things. You can restrict yourself to trading, but it means that you will have a lot of pressure. So yeah, this is all I have for you today. I believe that this will help you in your journey. Put in the comment section if you have anything. If there are some things I said that you don't agree with, let's discuss or debate about it. And again, I believe we all will make money if we stay with your strategy. So to the next video, thank you for coming in. Have a good one. If you've not seen the trade recap for the month of March, please go to the description. I'll put in the link to the trade I took in the month of March. Till then, have a good one and remain blessed. Bye.